Hello, welcome back to the Guide Gals podcast. It's just Chelsea here today for a solo episode, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the things that a planner can't do for you. Okay, so there are a lot of misconceptions surrounding the role of a wedding planner. And before I even get into that, I just want to say that Caroline and I are huge fans of wedding planners, and we so believe that you should hire one for your wedding if your budget allows. They provide so many positive things, and they can make your entire planning process so much less stressful, so much easier, and they provide such a wonderful level of expertise. They can end up even saving you money and just, making your experience even better than it might have been if you're trying to do it yourself. So all of that being said, some people might think that a planner kind of just takes over everything, or that only extravagant weddings, require their expertise. But the truth is that a planner cannot do everything for you, but they can be your biggest wedding ally. So I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the most common things that a wedding planner cannot do for you. And don't worry, after I go through all of these things, I'm going to let you know about all of the valuable things that they can do for you. And, once again, cheer on my support for why we love wedding planners so much. But they can't do every single thing under the sun for you. It's just not quite their job, okay? So I'll go ahead and get into it. So the first thing is that your wedding planner cannot be a mind reader. Okay, your wedding planner is going to want the very best for you, and they're going to want your dream day to reflect your love story, but they can't just magically know all of your preferences. So it's very, very important to share inspiration boards if you have like a lot of Pinterest boards or wherever you do that. Magazine clippings if you're old-fashioned and like to do that. But you want to share lots of details about your ideal style and relationship details as well. So maybe you're not entirely sure about what your style is like. We do have some resources to figure out your wedding style. So check out our episode library on theguidegalspodcast.com, where we have some episodes about that if you're not exactly sure. But this might even be something that, you can talk to your planner about, and with their expertise in the industry, I'm sure that they will have wonderful suggestions for what they feel really pairs well with your relationship and the general look that you're going for. So overall, what I'm trying to say there is that communication is really important, and make sure that you express all of the things that you want, because while it might seem like, oh yeah, we hired one, good to go, they can't read your mind, okay? They just can't do it. So you want to make sure that you're really being clear about everything that you want and what your expectations are. Okay, the next thing that your wedding planner is not going to do for you is twist arms and break rules. So they are a professional, and they're going to know the ins and the outs of the wedding industry like the back of their hand. It's their everyday job. So they're experts in the industry. They really are. But that doesn't mean that they have like a special, authority to just do whatever they want or do whatever you want for your wedding. So venues have policies for a reason. Your planner is not going to be able to negotiate open flames if they're prohibited. A lot of venues prohibit candles. They're not going to be able to change religious rules for ceremony elements. Like if a venue doesn't allow confetti for an exit, they're not going to be able to get confetti in there, okay? You're probably going to have to pay a fee for if for some reason you end up breaking one of the rules. So yeah, if you hire a planner, they're going to help you with a lot of things, but they're not going to be able to change the rules for you or get around the rules. So don't count on that, please. And if you hire a planner that says that they'll do that, that's probably going to be a red flag. And like I said, you'll probably get charged like a fee for breaking the rules at your venue. So I would not do that. Okay, next. Your planner is not going to have the ability to magically become a superhuman multitasker. Planning and coordinating the vendors you choose is their forte. So tasks like setting up chairs, cutting cake, or serving alcohol are going to fall outside of their duties. So they're not just going to do every single thing that's involved in your wedding. They have things that are going to be included in their packages. These are questions you're going to want to ask up front. Hopefully they have a really nice website where you can see all of the inclusions of their packages, what exactly they offer, what you're going to get once you pay them. But they aren't going to do everything when it comes to your wedding day. They have their certain responsibilities and some that just don't fall to them. So yeah, don't expect them to just do everything under the sun and like do it all at once either. Okay, this is a big one. So your planner is not going to be able to, nor should you ever expect from them to be able to play family therapist. So when you're hiring a planner, it's very important to really like them as a person. So throughout the wedding planning process, you're going to be spending lots of time with them. You're going to be communicating with them a lot. And it's important to note that they're going to be there on your wedding day. They're going to be like a guest of honor, if you will. They're going to be spending a lot of time with you. They're going to be there. So you want to like them. You want to feel like you can trust them. You want them to be someone that you would be happy like going and grabbing a cup of coffee with. But you don't need to pull them into things as personal as your family drama and all of that. So your planner is going to want to be your ally, but they're not there to mediate family or bridal party drama. Please don't pull them into that. I'm sure that if you asked, a panel of planners if they've ever been pulled into some sort of wedding day drama, I'm sure a lot of them probably have, and I'm sure a lot of them, or all of them that say yes to that, when you look at the package inclusions for wedding planner, I can guarantee that family therapist will not be listed there. Okay, the last thing that a wedding planner cannot do for you is just be your magician. So you're going to have to create your own guest list. You're going to have to communicate with your friends and family members to get addresses. You're going to have to create and manage your own budget. You're going to have to sign contracts yourself. You're going to have to pay vendors. Those are all tasks that you're going to handle. Of course, your planner, if you ask them questions, will likely have really great resources. Maybe one of them is the Guy Girls podcast, but they'll likely have really great resources and directions to point you for those things. If you've never planned a wedding before, or you don't work in the wedding industry, it is confusing. And so maybe you don't know exactly the ins and outs and what's expected of you. Of course, we have great resources for that at the Guy Gals podcast, but asking your planner questions for the things that you know that they can't handle, they will likely be able to point you in the right direction, and they'll probably be happy to do it. But you can't just expect them, once again, to just do everything under the sun. Okay, now I'm going to talk just a little bit about how hiring a skilled planner can help you with some really great things during your planning process and on your wedding day too. So the first one is vendor expertise. Okay, navigating that sea of vendors in the wedding industry can be really overwhelming. It's probably going to be difficult to even know what's good, what's not, what matches your style. Okay, we have to make sure it fits in the budget though, all of those different things. Your planner is going to be able to help you find the right fit. They can help you review contracts, and they can make sure that the other vendors align with your vision and your budget too. So like I said, they work in the wedding industry, they have a lot of insights, and they've probably worked, or they definitely have worked alongside or with lots of vendors before. So they might even have suggestions for who are great ones to work with, ones that they trust, and ones that they know will do a beautiful job. So yeah, that vendor expertise is really, really great. They are also going to be a logistics mastermind. So they're going to be able to help create timelines. They're going to help to coordinate vendor arrivals, departures. They will keep things running smoothly on your big day. That's what they do every single time for weddings. They keep things organized, and that is going to be really great. And it will ensure that you don't, on your wedding day, have to jump in and try to coordinate something or handle something, or even pass off the task to someone who you're not entirely sure will get it done. You're going to be able to take a deep breath and realize that they'll be able to handle all of those logistics. They also will be able to provide really great design inspiration. So if you need help bringing your dream wedding aesthetic to life, your planner will be able to use their expertise and their design knowledge to help you create beautiful table settings, floor plans, and just help with that overall wedding style, and making sure that the different vendors that you choose, or even venue preferences, making sure that all of that matches up. They'll also be able to be a stress buster. So they're going to help eliminate stress for you a little bit. So inevitably, bumps are going to arise during planning, maybe even on your wedding day, but your planner can anticipate potential issues, offer solutions, and be a calming presence throughout the process. They understand it. They've probably encountered the issues that might arise during your process before, and that calming presence is going to be really great. They'll be like, oh, this happened before, not a big deal, here's a solution, it's being taken care of. That's a really great one. So by understanding these boundaries and your relationship with your wedding planner, your wedding and your planning process is going to be a lot more productive and enjoyable. So it's important to remember that if you have a planner, they're there to guide you and support you, but not replace your personal decisions. So communicate openly. That's very important. Share your vision and let your planner be your wedding day hero. So we love planners. Like I said, hire one if your budget allows, and we really don't think that you'll regret that. So this was a fun one. If you guys have any other questions involving planners or any other episodes that you'd like to hear from us, please let us know. You can reach out to us through our website, theguidegalspodcast.com, on our contact page. On our website, you can also find lots of completely free resources along with a full episode library with lots of other things that we've covered about planning and more. You can also find us on Instagram at The Guide Gals Podcast. We are on TikTok at The Guide Gals Pod, and we are on YouTube on the Here Comes the Guide YouTube channel. So thanks so much for listening, and good luck with your choosing the wedding planner of your dreams for your wedding. We can't wait for that to go great for you. So yes, until next time, cheers.